Okay, so today we're going to deep dive into remote work.
Okay.
And we're going to be looking at this really cool daily newsletter called Remote Work Vibes.
Mm,
And it's basically a newsletter that just shares a ton of work from home job opportunities every day.
I like it.
So, if you're kind of thinking about breaking free from the 9 to 5
Right.
and you want to work from anywhere,
Yeah,
maybe a mountain cabin or a beach or I don't know, wherever you want to be,
absolutely.
this is a really great resource.
It is a really interesting time, I think, in the job market
Yeah,
because so many companies are now realizing that they can actually find really, really talented people
right.
without necessarily needing them to be in a specific building.
Totally. And it's not just like tech companies anymore.
Exactly.
Like I was looking at today's newsletter and there are jobs for like everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like there was a senior customer service rep position at United Healthcare,
Wow.
and those are nationwide. And they even have some bilingual roles.
I've seen that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Bilingual roles are very popular.
Yeah, and then there was also a billing specialist at NetSmart,
Okay.
which is a pretty big healthcare software company.
Hmm.
And then there was even a patient advocate representative position at CVS.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what strikes me is how just one newsletter like this can kind of capture
Yeah.
that whole huge world of remote work that's out there.
Right?
Like, it's not a niche thing anymore,
No,
you know?
it's becoming the norm.
It's becoming the norm, and you've got these huge companies like CVS and United Healthcare,
Right.
really embracing this model.
Yeah. And I got to be honest, like when I first started reading this newsletter, I was definitely picturing myself
Yeah,
like in my pajamas on the couch
of course.
with my laptop,
Sure.
binge watching something on Netflix.
Yeah.
But, I also realized pretty quickly that it takes more than just wanting to work in your pajamas
You got it.
to actually be successful at remote work.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
easy to romanticize it. You picture yourself in these exotic locations,
Right.
working from wherever.
Yeah.
But the reality is it takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
It takes self-motivation because
Yeah.
you don't have that boss looking over your shoulder.
Yeah. You have to be really good at managing your own time.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. And so that's why I was actually really interested in the Remote Work Vibes premium subscription.
Oh, tell me about that.
Yeah. So it's not just about the job listings that they share.
Okay.
They also have all these resources to help people actually, succeed at remote work.
Right.
So like they give you early access to the job postings,
Oh, wow.
which is huge
Mm,
because, the competition for these jobs can be fierce.
that makes sense.
And they have these ebooks and these online courses that teach you the specific skills that employers are looking for.
So they're not just saying, hey, here's the dream,
Right.
good luck.
Yeah,
They're giving you the tools
exactly.
to achieve it.
Yeah, they're saying, here's the dream and here's how to get there.
I like that.
Yeah, and I think that's really valuable.
For our listeners, this might be a good time to kind of think about
Mm-hmm.
what your current skills are
Right.
and how they align with what these remote jobs are asking for.
Yeah.
If there's a gap there,
Mhm.
maybe this premium subscription could be what you need to kind
Right.
of boost your skills and
Totally.
be more competitive.
Yeah, one thing that the newsletter kept emphasizing was
Yeah.
the importance of being really proficient in Microsoft Office,
Oh, of course.
especially Excel.
Yeah.
Apparently, there are tons of remote jobs out there
Right.
that basically require you to be like an Excel wizard.
I believe it.
I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it's true.
Yeah.
And they also had this whole section on ChatGPT, which I thought was super interesting.
Really?
Yeah, it's like even AI is getting in on the remote work action.
Well, think about it, though.
Yeah,
If you can master a tool like ChatGPT,
right.
you can automate so many tasks. Yes.
You can write amazing cover letters.
Yes.
You can, research companies in a much more efficient way.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a skill that can give you an edge.
Yeah.
And, they also mentioned Salesforce,
Oh, yeah.
which is a really popular CRM platform. So if you're at all interested in going into sales or marketing,
Right.
having that Salesforce knowledge
On your resume.
on your resume can be a huge differentiator.
And speaking of resumes,
Yeah.
Remote Work Vibes
Hmm.
also had some really good tips on using keywords to make sure your
Ah,
resume actually gets seen by a human.
this is so important.
And I know because, a lot of companies now use those applicant tracking systems,
Right.
which are basically algorithms that scan your resume for specific words.
And if you don't have those words,
Yeah,
your resume might never see the light of day.
exactly.
A real person might never lay eyes on it.
So it might be worth checking out this resource they recommended called My Perfect Resume.
to make sure your resume is optimized.
My perfect resume. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's great.
So I guess the main takeaway here
That's the big takeaway.
is that the remote work world is booming,
It is.
but you really have to be strategic
Yeah.
to land your dream job.
You got it.
And that means
When?
always learning,
Yeah.
adapting your skills,
Yeah.
and making sure you have what employers are looking for.
It really is all about being proactive, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
taking ownership of your career
Absolutely.
in this ever-changing work landscape.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what steps are you going to take today to move closer to your remote work goals?
That's a great question.
Yeah. Yeah.